This is a public service announcement. Did you know that your belly flab is literally killing you? After examining 44,000 women, a Harvard study concluded that people with a waist size of 35 inches or above are 200% more likely to die from heart disease or other illnesses. Similar results were discovered for men. This means that for each inch of excess fat around your belly, you are almost 30% more likely to die before your time. If your waistline is 3 inches over the acceptable limit, your chances of dying prematurely soar to over 85%. So let me ask you a serious question. How big is your waistline? If that question makes you even slightly uncomfortable, then you need to pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. Because if you're a woman or a man above the age of 40, and you want to target and melt away your belly fat once and for all, without diet pills, expensive surgery, or weird weight loss methods, and get results insanely fast, without spending hours at the gym, without changing your eating habits much, and without having to starve yourself to death, then you're in luck, because on this special page, I'm going to reveal to you a controversial belly fat burning secret that can make all the other weight loss products out there obsolete. The reason I'm so confident this secret will work for you is simple. Just take a look at these before and after photos of real people who have used it. Take a look at this woman. She lost more than half her body weight, at least 80 pounds. Look at the staggering difference and how good she looks in that dress. Or what about this man? He easily melted off 50 pounds and is now confident, vibrant, and much healthier. See how firm and flat his tummy is compared to the soft, flabby gut he had to haul around before. Unlike many other weight loss programs out there, which simply steal before and after pictures off the internet, all of these stories you will hear and see in this presentation are 100% real. That is why the secret you're about to discover is like no other. So, I must urge you to block all distractions, turn up the volume, and pay very close attention, because this controversial and eye-opening presentation will begin in 3, 2, 1.
What if I told you I've got a magic fat-burning wand that can allow you to quickly burn off all the unwanted flab around your belly? Imagine this magic fat-burning wand works without you having to punish yourself at the gym, take diet pills, or starve yourself on weird diets. It works if you're overweight to the point where you're suffering from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes. It works if you've blamed your weight on having fat genes because your family members are big-boned, too. And it works no matter your age or where you're from. If that magic wand sounds like something you'd like to have, then I can do you one better, because I'm going to give you something even better. It's a weird fat-melting secret that is 100% real and completely all-natural. And I promise you'll be amazed when I show you real proof of how this secret is working for real people. My name is John, and in a moment, I'm going to expose 2 deadly lies that the weight loss industry and so-called experts have been feeding you. And it's the reason why being fat is not your fault. So I need you to pay close attention, because in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to totally destroy everything you thought you knew about how to lose your belly fat and share with you one weird fat-melting secret from an unlikely source that will erase all of your unsightly belly flab and then burn away all of the extra weight you've been carrying around. Whether you want to drop a few extra pounds, or even 100 pounds or more. It doesn't matter if you're feeling past your prime, because this one weird secret gets astonishing results for men and women over the age of 40. And it doesn't matter if you've been overweight your whole life, or if you've been gradually packing on pounds as the years go by. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of spare time, because this fat-melting secret only takes minutes, and you'll do it without having to give up sweets, pizzas, burgers, or any other tasty foods you crave. Because once this secret kicks your metabolism into high gear, your body is forced to become a fat-burning furnace, melting away your extra pounds and stubborn flab even while you sleep. Men and women from around the world have been raving about the amazing results they've gotten from this secret. Take a peek at these actual before and after photos. This woman went from fat to absolutely fabulous. And now that all the flab is gone, she's got some amazing curves to show off. She's now the proud owner of a beautiful hourglass figure that turns heads everywhere she goes. Or what about this lady? Just a short time ago, she only used a portion of the secret I'm about to give you. you, and you can see a reduction of nearly 15 pounds just in her tummy region. And now she's wearing sexy outfits that she kept buried in the back of her closet for years. Now that you know the secret works, let me tell you something else. This fat-melting secret doesn't require any strenuous exercise whatsoever. Students who've watched this presentation have reported losing so much ugly body fat that old friends barely recognized them, and they didn't have to do grueling ab crunches, walk miles every day, or touch a single weight. Other students reported that on top of getting a leaner and firmer body, they were also able to reduce or even reverse type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and other obesity-related conditions. None of the claims I'm making are an exaggeration. Everything I'm telling you is based on actual results achieved by past students. In fact, I have a folder full of their stories and before and after photos, some of which you've seen already. And you'll be glad to know you won't be swallowing any pills, going on fasts, eating twigs and berries, or spending a fortune on liposuction surgery, because this fat-melting secret is 100% safe and all natural. I'll spill the beans in just a moment, but first, I need to tell you about my friend Annie. She used this secret to melt away more than 150 pounds and create a whole new life for herself. She went from being dangerously overweight and looking and feeling years older than her actual age, to becoming a whole new person, slim, sexy, and confident, bursting with the energy of a 20-year-old. I want to share Annie's story with you real quick because it will amaze and inspire you, and it proves the secret I'm about to share will work for you. Annie wasn't always overweight. Everyone in her family was pretty much average size, but this began to change as she got older. You know that as we age, our metabolisms slow down? Your body can't burn off calories the way it used to. And as a news reporter, Annie had a hectic schedule. She didn't have time for much exercise, and oftentimes she'd eat on the go, which meant a lot of fast food. Her weight gain was gradual for a while, but when she got pregnant, it began to really spiral out of control. A year after she gave birth, Annie was 150 pounds overweight and couldn't even walk short distances without getting tired. Her feet were so swollen and painful, she couldn't wear shoes, only sandals and slippers. And the extra weight was putting crushing stress on her spine, which caused stiffness in her neck and made her constantly sick to her stomach. Until one day, her body gave up. She collapsed in excruciating pain, and her husband David rushed her to the hospital, where she was diagnosed with extremely high blood pressure and deadly levels of high cholesterol. When Annie got sent home, she was so depressed over her situation, she could barely drag herself out of bed for the next few days. She felt devastated and hopeless. She already tried all the diet, the weight loss pills, and the exercise routine. And with all the aches and pains her weight was causing her, she could barely make it up a flight of stairs, let alone pay some trainer to whip her into shape. But her pain was about to get 100 times worse, because now her weight wasn't just destroying her health, it was ruining her marriage too. Annie and David couldn't remember the last time they'd been intimate, and they were arguing and bickering constantly. Still, it was a humiliating shock when she discovered the text messages and pictures on David's phone that proved he'd been seeing another woman. Not a younger woman, as you might guess. No, David was involved with a woman who was 10 years older than Annie, a decade older, but a whole lot thinner. She confronted David with the evidence, and with tears in his eyes, he confessed everything. He claimed he didn't love this other woman and swore he'd never speak to her again. In his heart, he still loved Annie. But then he said to her 10 words that pierced her heart like a knife. "I just want to be with the woman I married." And she knew exactly what he meant. She wasn't the same happy, outgoing, energetic, and attractive woman he'd fallen in love with. Her ballooning weight and all of the miserable health problems it caused her had made her moody, short-tempered, and too tired to go out and do the fun activities they'd once enjoyed together. David had tried his best to be supportive. She remembered all the times he'd gently suggest they should try cutting back on the junk food and eat healthier, or join him for a walk around the neighborhood instead of watching TV, or the time he'd brought her a home exercise machine for Christmas, which he took as an insult, but he'd only been trying to help. And now, with her being literally twice the size of the woman he married, it was no surprise to her that he no longer found her attractive. David packed his bags that night and checked into a hotel, feeling as upset and confused as she was. Late that night, Annie slowly made her way downstairs to the kitchen, and as she sat there at the kitchen table, drowning her sorrows in chocolate fudge ice cream, she heard a voice behind her. It was their 5-year-old daughter, Sophia, standing there in her pajamas clutching her teddy bear. "When's Daddy coming home?" she asked in a quiet, trembling voice. And that's when it hit Annie like a lightning bolt. Enough was enough. She knew this had to change. It was one thing for her to allow her weight to destroy her health and put her in the hospital, but now it was tearing her family apart and hurting her precious baby girl. She was sick of the side effects of the expensive medications she had to take to keep her high blood pressure in check. She was tired of being so fat she couldn't wear the high-heel shoes she used to love. Not only were they too small to fit her, they would literally buckle under her weight if she wore them. She was fed up with feeling like a disabled person because the simple task of walking up a few flights of stairs felt like climbing Mount Everest. And most of all, Annie was scared that if she didn't figure out a real solution fast, her daughter would soon be crying at her funeral. That night, she brought her baby girl upstairs and tucked her into bed. Then she kissed her and whispered to her, "Mommy's going to get better. I promise you." And then Annie got on the internet and plunged into research. As a news reporter, she knew how to dig deep, and she was not going to quit until she found an answer to the question you want the answer to also, which is how to melt away your fat rapidly, safely, and naturally in a way that's stress-free and practically effortless, so that literally anyone can do it, even if you hate dieting, even if you don't have time to work out, or you're like Annie was, and your body just can't handle much exercise. Annie discovered an amazing solution I'm going to give you in a minute. But first, she had to uncover the truth about 2 harmful lies that the weight loss industry had been feeding us our entire lives. These 2 lies are why you mustn't blame yourself if you don't have the flat tummy or trim waistline you wish you had, because this is not your fault. The first big weight loss lie is this: losing weight comes down to exercising more and cutting calories. Here's the problem. When you exercise more, your body needs more calories to maintain your muscle mass. The more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism is, and the easier it is for your body to burn fat. But when you exercise more and cut your calories at the same time, you're murdering your body's ability to burn fat, because your body suddenly thinks it's starving. It's used to getting a certain amount of calories, and now it's getting much less. So how does your body react? It shifts into fat storage mode. This is a survival mechanism that is hardwired into us. And where does your body store the fat? Mostly in your belly area. This is especially true if you're over the age of 40, because now your body's hormones are changing like crazy, and your body fat is increasing, possibly by as much as 30%. Next month, next year, it becomes that much harder for your body to burn off every single piece of food you put into your mouth. So if you're over 40 and you reduce your intake of food and you're exercising, your body is only going to store more fat around your belly. But don't worry, the secret is coming your way in a moment. The second big weight loss lie is this: you're overweight because you lack willpower. But in reality, this is not about you being lazy. It's about the fact that your brain has gone haywire because you've been eating the wrong way for so long. If you've been overweight for a while, your brain is sending out the wrong signals to your stomach, and this creates what is known as metabolic confusion. Imagine you're a car, and your gas gauge is telling your brain that you're on empty all the time. Even when you've got a full tank, your brain thinks you're running low, so it tells you that you need to consume more junk to stay alive. This is why you get those cravings. And it's why you crave bad food, and crave it a lot more than other people, because this is what your body is used to, and your brain thinks that bad food is gas. Even when your stomach is full, your brain keeps telling you that you need more gas. So you keep stopping for gas, eating. And eventually you're filling up gas cans and storing them in your trunk because your brain thinks you could run out at any moment. In other words, instead of your body burning the calories it doesn't need, it stores them as fat, mainly in your belly area. Dr. Louis Aron, director of the Comprehensive Weight Control Program at New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medical Center, backs this up. He said the reason reason why some people find it impossible to lose weight despite trying all sorts of diets and exercise routines is because after years of eating and overeating, the typical Western diet changes your brain. The food you've been eating your whole life damages the signaling pathways in the hypothalamus, which is the part of your brain that regulates your metabolism. So Annie, along with the help of her doctor, came up with a simple step-by-step plan to fix this. Her plan wouldn't require strenuous exercise because in her condition, it wasn't an option. And within days, she was seeing results in the mirror. And every time she stepped on the scale, the more her waistline shrank, the more optimized her metabolism became, and the more weight began to melt off the rest of her frame easily, effortlessly, and 100% naturally. When I heard about my friend Annie's amazing progress, I reached out to her and asked her for her secret. Because I'll be honest, I've had my own struggles with weight, especially since I turned 40. My lower back pain keeps me from exercising the way I used to. So here's where it gets really interesting. Once Annie explained her simple steps to me, I figured I might be able to put a twist on it to make it work even faster. I spent years living and working in Asia. And see this map? The darker the shade of red, the more obese people there are in that country. The greenish color means there is a very low proportion of people who suffer from obesity. You can see that almost all of the developed Western nations are either red or dark red. The United States, the UK, Australia, Canada, most of Europe as well. This indicates the high rates of obesity in these parts of the world. But notice that China, Japan, and Korea are all green. This means these countries have very little obesity at all. At first, I thought maybe Caucasian people were genetically more prone to being overweight. But I did my own research, and I discovered this was false. Because only in the past 50 years has the Western world developed an obesity epidemic. If genetics were a factor, this would have been a problem throughout history. It wouldn't appear just within the past 5 decades. So maybe it's because of lifestyle factors? Nope, it's not that either. China, Japan, and Korea have become westernized, which means many of their people are sitting in offices, working longer hours than your average American. And surveys have shown that people from these Asian countries don't exercise any more than Westerners. So what was their secret then? Well, from spending years living in Asian cultures, I'd found my own amazing answers about why so many of them are able to naturally maintain slim, trim figures, youthful skin, and stay healthy and active deep into their golden years. It comes down to 2 things: keeping your metabolism out of a confused state so that your body stays in permanent fat-burning mode, and keeping your waistline thin, because the size of your belly is the #1 indicator of your health. There is a direct connection between your waistline and the chances of you developing deadly obesity-related conditions and diseases. Maybe you haven't heard about that Harvard study, which found people with a waist size of 35 inches or above are 200% more likely to die from heart disease or other illnesses. And if your waistline is 20 inches over the acceptable limit, you have a 600% higher risk of dying. That's just one of the studies I found. And what's more disturbing is that the weight loss industry and big pharma don't openly tell you about this. Now I was ready to take Annie's proven method and turn it into something that any of us can use, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, regardless of your age, and regardless of whether you've been looking out for your health or you're ready to make the decision to get healthy right now. I spent months talking to doctors and alternative health experts in Asia and the USA, and I came to this conclusion: we need to target and reduce our belly fat first. You already know why melting off your belly fat is so important. It shouldn't require you to starve yourself or go to the gym. You've probably tried all that before, and I know how hard it is to stick with a new routine. It shouldn't require any difficult exercises or major changes to your lifestyle, because you don't want to waste any more time or money jumping from one diet to the next, taking diet pills that promise a slimmer waist in 10 days. Yeah, right. Doing cardio exercise routines, or even worse, high-intensity workouts that leave you worse off than before because of all the wear and tear they put on your joints. But right now, you may be wondering, why isn't the truth about melting belly fat being taught by every doctor and written about in the weight loss books and health magazines? Well, the reason is simple. money. I believe it's far more profitable for the weight loss industry to keep misleading you with one fad diet after another. When one fails, they dupe you with another one, and on it goes. Even more profitable for them are the magic weight loss pills and shakes and microwave meals they want to sell you. But even if they do seem to help you lose weight, you'll need to keep paying them for more. In my opinion, in the eyes of the weight loss industry, we're nothing more than hamsters on a wheel that never stops turning until we run out of money or throw up our hands in frustration and go back to our old bad habits. Believe me when I tell you, to them, we are not people. We're just numbers. They think about you and me in terms of their profit margins and stock prices, and that's it. So now you know we've been lied to about what is required to actually lose weight and keep it off. And that's why if you're overweight by a little or a lot and carrying some ugly flab in the wrong places, it's not your fault. There's so much bad information out there. You simply don't know who to trust and what to believe anymore. Even worse, much of the advice out there from the so-called experts is downright terrible when it comes to losing weight and staying fit, firm, and healthy for life. Not only does it not help you, it actually causes you to gain weight and accelerates the aging process. You already know about my friend Annie. Once she stopped believing the lies and figured out how to easily burn fat, she was jumping out of bed every morning like a kid on Christmas, just so she could hop on the scale and see how many more pounds she had lost. She went from this to this. She melted away an incredible 150 pounds and reclaimed her energy, vitality, and confidence. Annie's doctor was amazed the next time she went in for a checkup. She no longer showed any signs of type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure or cholesterol. Her stiff neck was gone. All of her aches and pains had vanished. And she admitted to me her favorite part. She was able to dig out the sexy outfits and the high-heeled shoes from her closet that she hadn't been able to wear for years. So how would you feel when you finally realize you no longer have a ticking time bomb inside of you, covered by layers of fat around your belly that's ready to strike you down at any moment? What would it feel like to know that you can put an end to all those deadly health problems just by using a stupidly simple little fat melting secret that targets and melts off your ugly belly flab? Remember, this is amazingly easy to do because it's not about dragging yourself to the gym or putting yourself through agonizing workouts. And it's not about depriving yourself of the foods you love. It's simply about knowing this one weird fat-melting secret that torches away unwanted body fat, converting your body into a lean, mean, fat-burning furnace. Annie's friends and family had witnessed her amazing transformation, and the results for other people were astounding, as you can see here. Or here. Imagine how spectacular this woman feels after burning away 120 pounds. Or what about this woman? She melted away over 90 pounds. Instead of feeling ashamed of her pear-shaped body and covering it up with loose, baggy dresses, she now has a shapely, hourglass figure she's proud to show off. Here's one more amazing success story. Wow. Imagine what it would feel like for you to melt off all of those ugly extra pounds and let the new, slim, confident you emerge. Just picture the difference you'll feel once you've wiped all of your flab away, especially that fat belly hanging over your waistline, because your new, trim, flat belly says to the world that you're healthier, fitter, and more energized than you've ever been. So now that you know this secret definitely works, I want to tell you exactly what it is. Because when I combined the little-known secrets I discovered in Asia with the simple step-by-step method Annie used and proved to easily melt off well over 100 pounds, that's when I knew I had to put all of this into a simple little program that even lazy people can use tonight to easily torch your belly fat and melt away all of your extra pounds, so that from now on, you'll show off a firm, flat stomach and have the energy and vitality of a 20-year-old. I call it Belly Flab Burner. And the difference between this and other weight loss programs out there is that I only really care about one thing: you getting results. No matter what physical condition you might be in right now, no matter your age, or if you think you're big boned, or being fat is due to your genetics, this can work for you. But I need to share this with you right now, because as you age, your metabolism is slowing down with each passing day. The weight you keep putting on becomes 5 or even 10 times harder to lose. And with this comes weight-related ailments and diseases, including high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes, diabetes, cancer, and more. That's one scary fact that comes with age. As the years go by, the risk of you dying from weight-related problems start to pile on at an ever-increasing rate. And literally any day could be your last on God's green earth. I'm willing to bet you that right now, your current health level and your body's ability to burn off fat is way below what it can be. And I absolutely know that Belly Flab Burner can work for you, regardless of your size right now or your level of fitness. And it doesn't matter how much weight you want to lose, 10 pounds, 50 pounds, more. Annie used this and lost 150 pounds. Annie's friends all lost more than 50 pounds themselves. Belly Flab Burner ends your body's metabolic confusion and ignites its ability to incinerate fat at a level you've never known. This isn't about some magic pill that doesn't deliver results as advertised, or some celebrity-endorsed fad diet that will do nothing but leave you depressed every time you weigh yourself. This is about providing you with a one-stop solution that provides fast and real results. Right now, you're probably suffering from hormonal imbalances without even realizing it. This limits your energy, negatively impacts your mood, and makes it brutally hard for you to lose weight. But this changes now. It changes today. And unlike other weight loss programs that ban you from enjoying your favorite sinful snacks and delicious high-calorie meals, Belly Flab Burner allows you to have it all. Because once you've activated your fat-burning furnace, your body will torch those extra calories into thin air. And once you incorporate it into your weekly routine, your body will thank you by burning fat even faster and giving you unlimited energy to fuel your busy lifestyle. Remember, with Belly Flab Burner, there's no lifting heavy weights, no complicated equipment, no having to drive to a crowded, sweaty gym. Just a simple, done-for-you plan that easily torches off the fat and reveals the lean, firm body that's been underneath your flab all along in just minutes per day. Everything you need to know to shrink your waistline and literally reshape yourself is inside this step-by-step digital course, which you can view immediately on your computer, smartphone, or tablet. And to ensure your success, you can even contact us anytime you want to ask a question about the course or about your own situation. What I've shared with you in this presentation is just the tip of the iceberg. I don't want to keep you here for hours, so I can only tell you about 10% of what you'll discover inside the full course, which has been given the seal of approval by actual doctors and also includes input from a range of other health experts. You should also know that although this is a brand new program, you are no guinea pig. Before I recorded this presentation, I had compiled an entire folder full of success stories from people around the world. Remember, this is the only program that shows you how to melt away your fat, especially around your most crucial area, your midsection, without any punishing exercise routines or difficult diets. And it's the only program that combines a little-known fat-melting secret, backed and verified for accuracy by U.S. doctors, with methods from Asia which reveal how their populations stay so thin and so healthy into old age, while exercising no more than you do now. Belly Flab Burner solves your problem at a core level. It's not a temporary fix or a Band-Aid. Soon, you'll be free from the embarrassment, the shame, the frustration. Soon, you'll stand proud and confident, knowing that you're effortlessly shrinking your waistline and seeing more fat vanish every day. Soon, you'll be shopping for new clothes or digging clothes out of your closet that you used to love but haven't worn in years, and feeling strong, youthful, and energized. No longer worried at all about illnesses or aches and pains that come with being overweight. Now let me ask you, how long do you think your body is going to hold up if you don't take action now? How long before your body fights back and you develop a serious condition that frightens you and your loved ones? How much more time and money do you want to waste on bogus diets, pills, silly exercise machines, and all the rest, when right now I'm handing you the keys to reverse your core problem and shrink your waistline for the long term? You know that the extra fat around your waist isn't some small problem you can ignore. You can't bury your head in the sand and just hope it goes away. You're also now aware there is a direct connection between the size of your waist and the chances of you developing a life-threatening health condition. So you know that if you don't melt away your belly fat now, it could cost you everything you hold dear. If you choose to keep lugging all that extra weight around instead of choosing to get the solution now, it can be completely devastating. Physically, emotionally, and financially. Annie learned the hard way and almost paid the ultimate price. You know what she had to go through to make sure you don't suffer the way she did. And now you've got the shortcut right in front of you. There's no guesswork. This easy, step-by-step program has already been figured out for you. All you have to do is follow along with the simple steps and watch your waistline shrink. So let me ask you a serious question. What kind of value would you place on a done-for-you program that will erase your belly fat and bring you actual results fast? I know people who'd gladly pay a fortune for this privilege. And just think about the time and money you may have already wasted on pills, shakes, diet books, gym memberships, and all the rest. There are boot camps out there charging more than $997 just to help you lose weight. And their results are usually only temporary. But the good news is, I'm not here trying to get rich off of your misfortune. It's not your fault you're overweight, because I know what you're going through. The only difference is, I was lucky enough to figure out these secrets, and now it's my duty to get the word out. So I'm not going to ask you to pay $997. It won't be even $197. It won't be half that much. Your only investment today is a 100% refundable deposit in the amount you see below. As you can see, that's far less than you would pay for just one single session with a personal trainer like myself or a nutritionist. It's the bare minimum I need to cover the cost of keeping this website online. One of those costs is our friendly customer support staff, which is on call to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And in the event that you're not wildly thrilled with the results you get from Belly Flab Burner, your one-time deposit is 100% refundable. This means you can email us and get every penny back at any time over the next 60 days. I recommend you take a look at the program, swipe the secrets, try it for yourself, and then decide whether you want your refundable deposit back. You've got a full 60 days to do so. As you can see, I've removed all the risk from you and put it on my own shoulders. If you wish to have your deposit returned to you in full, all you need to do is send us an email. You'll see how to contact our friendly customer support team once you enter our members area and get access to the program. So just to put you totally at ease and make this a no-brainer, here's our ironclad 100% money-back guarantee. If Belly Flab Burner doesn't shrink your waistline and give you a flatter and more toned stomach, and I'm not talking about just a slight improvement, I'm talking about amazing changes that your friends notice, then I insist that you email our 24-hour customer support team at any time over the next 60 days and ask to have your deposit returned in full. You'll get it back, every penny, no questions asked. Now, since you've watched this far, I know that you're very interested. You're about ready to take action. But let me sweeten the deal by giving you the following fast action bonuses when you try Belly Flab Burner today. Fast action bonus number 1 is the negative calorie foods secret. This value-packed, no-nonsense report reveals a list of secret foods that force your body to lose even more targeted body fat without you having to exercise at all. There are tasty and delicious foods out there, some of which may already be in your kitchen, which are negative calorie. This means your body burns more calories to process the food than there are in the food itself. So the more of these foods you eat, the faster you lose weight. Fast action bonus number 2 is delicious detox smoothie secrets. Did you know one of the biggest reasons why you can't seem to lose weight and keep it off is that your body is filled with toxins and chemicals that prevent it from burning fat? In order to achieve the quickest results, I'm going to give you easy-to-make smoothie recipes that will reset your body back to its natural, optimal condition so that you'll burn off belly fat even faster. And that's not all. You'll also get fast action bonus number 3, healthy fat-burning herbs. Here, you'll discover miracle weight loss herbs that come straight from Mother Nature and can be found in your local grocery store. Simply add these herbs to your meal plan, and they'll stop you from getting hungry and actually force your body to burn fat. You'll learn all about them in this handy free bonus report, which is only available to those who try out the Belly Flab Burner system. So let me remind you of the free extra bonuses you're going to instantly receive when you try out Belly Flab Burner today. The negative calorie food secret, delicious detox smoothie secrets, and healthy fat-burning herbs. These bonuses are in addition to the main Belly Flab Burner program, are easily worth a few $100s by themselves because that's how much I paid to have them created, edited, and produced. And in the event you decide to ask for your deposit back, you'll still get to keep the program, including all the bonuses. That's the least I can do to thank you for watching this presentation and choosing to take action, not just for yourself, but for your loved ones. On the next page, you will submit your small refundable deposit through our secure checkout page. Your payment details and personal information will be kept completely confidential because our checkout page is encrypted with the latest 256-bit encryption technology. And to further protect your privacy, nothing about Belly Flab Burner will appear on your credit card or bank statement, but you do need to act now. The same offer at this same price may not be available the next time you visit this page. This means that if you do exit this page, you might be saying goodbye forever to this one-of-a-kind program and passing up on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Tell me, can you honestly say you've tried everything to shed your belly fat so that you can promise your loved ones that you've done everything you can within your power not to be a burden on them in the future? Can you honestly say you're 100% happy living the life you have right now, and you're fine going through the rest of your life at the weight you are right now? When you know your metabolism is getting slower and slower every year, and the extra pounds will continue to pile on, and when you know your belly size is one of the indicators of whether you'll develop deadly health conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, strokes, and even cancer? Are you really okay with going through life knowing that you're shortchanging your own happiness because of the secret shame you feel when you see your flabby stomach staring back at you in the bathroom mirror? Especially when you know there's a simple, effective, and long-term solution that allows you to reverse this problem right now? You know the answer to these questions. So now it's time for you to click the order button below. Complete your checkout on the next page and get immediate access to Belly Flab Burner, plus all of the fast action bonuses. I look forward to you being our next success story. A few days from now, feel free to send me an email and tell me about the success you're having. Belly Flab Burner doesn't just change waistlines and dress sizes, it changes lives. Just click the order button below, and I know it will change yours too. What are you waiting for? Click the order button below and complete the easy, secure checkout process. It only takes 30 seconds to fill out the form on the next page, and within 60 seconds, you'll have the complete Belly Flab Burner course, including all of the free bonuses right in front of you on your screen. Right now, you've got 3 options. Option 1, you can close this page and continue to live your life as usual and get the usual results. More disappointment, embarrassment, and frustration. And your problem will only get worse. Because let's face it, you're not getting any younger. None of us are. Unless you do something about it now, you'll be heavier next year, maybe heavier next month. And when it comes to health complications from being overweight, you never know when the ticking time bomb inside of you will explode. Then there's option 2. You can use the knowledge you've gained from this presentation to wing it and try to figure this out on your own. But let's face it, unless you know the exact secrets that you're going to learn inside Belly Flab Burner, no amount of trial and error is going to solve the real underlying issue. And why would you even want to experiment and possibly make your problem even worse when Belly Flab Burner removes all of the guesswork and hands you the solution? Keep in mind, you're not really paying anything right now. You're only putting down a 100% refundable deposit when you click the order button below. And then you have option 3. You can try out Belly Flab Burner today and take advantage of this generous limited time offer. You'll get the complete Belly Flab Burner course plus the complete bonus package, all for a single small small, refundable deposit. Simply click the order button below and complete your checkout process. You get to try this out for an entire 60 days before you decide whether you want to ask for your 100% refundable deposit back. If you've watched this far, you must be convinced of two things. One, you cannot afford to wait another day to easily melt off your belly fat once and for all. And why would you want to wait when the fix is waiting for you on the next page and it's simple, safe, and all natural? Two, because this offer is completely risk-free, it simply wouldn't make sense to pass up your chance or tell yourself maybe later. Now is the time to reclaim your health, confidence, and sense of inner calm and happiness. Click the button below and fill out the short form on the next page. It'll take 30 seconds tops. Don't forget, our checkout page is 100% safe and secure, and your details will be kept totally confidential. Nothing about Belly Flab Burner will appear on your credit card or bank statement. Once you complete your checkout, the complete Belly Flab Burner course, plus all of the bonuses, will be available to you in less than 60 seconds. Click on the button below and take action right now. Don't wait any longer. You've been held back for too long by the lies and deceptions spread by the weight loss industry. Now is the time to reclaim your happiness and free yourself from the shame, the fatigue, and the daily frustration that comes with being heavier than you want to be. Now is the time to show your friends and loved ones that you really do care for them, because you care enough about yourself to make sure you'll have many more happy and healthy years to spend with them. So don't delay any further. Click the button below and let's get started. Still here? You might still have a question about the Belly Flab Burner program, so let me answer some of the most common ones we receive. Question: so what if I don't see results? I'm super confident you'll be blown away by what Belly Flab Burner does for you, and I'm excited to see you get started. But I do want to make sure you're satisfied either way. If you follow the easy steps, and for some reason your results don't exceed your expectations, then I wouldn't feel right about keeping your deposit. If this is the case, all you need to do is send us an email to request your full refunds, and our friendly 24-hour customer support team will get your money back to you, every penny. It's that simple. There is absolutely no risk on your part. Question: does this program work for both men and women? Yes. Belly Flab Burner has been proven to work equally well for both men and women, and it's been proven to work especially well for people over 40. We receive grateful emails and before and after pictures from guys and gals all the time. You saw a bunch of them in this presentation. We hope to see yours very soon. Question: what sort of dieting is required? Belly Flab Burner requires very little in the way of dieting. We're strongly against the idea of starvation diets because they actually make you fatter in the long run. You don't want to starve your body of the energy it needs to metabolize and burn fat. And you don't want to lose lean muscle mass either. This is why Belly Flab Burner is not about swearing off delicious foods that you love. Actually, you're going to be shocked at the tasty foods that we encourage you to eat, in large portions too. I hope that I've answered all of your questions. I wish you the best, regardless of the decision you make, but I trust that you now know what you need to do next for your health and happiness. Click the Add to Cart button below, and I'll see you inside our private members area.